going home tonight, and then tomorrow morning leaving for Yankton, South Dakota, where on Friday morning I will be surrendering myself to federal authorities at the federal prison camp there for a stay of 6 months. And this is a result of back in April of this year, I was arrested at Whiteman Air Force Base for trying to deliver a petition of grievance to the commander of Whiteman Air Force Base, which was unwelcome, and was arrested with 2 other friends for the crime of trespass. And even though in the course of the trial, we proved that what we were doing was legal and protected by the First Amendment and required actually by international law, the Nuremberg principles, we were convicted, and subsequently I was sentenced to 6 months in jail, which will begin on Friday. Last week's, since I was sentenced on October 11th, have been pretty amazing. I've traveled as far as Syracuse, New York, and helped a community there that's resisting drones being flown out of Hancock Air Base, and have spoken in Minneapolis and Madison, Wisconsin, Columbia, Missouri, and Chicago and Kansas City. Talked to hundreds and hundreds of people, and made many media interviews. And although we did not break the law, and I did not intend to be arrested or convicted or go to jail, I knew that was a likely consequence. But there's a real ironic way in which giving me the maximum sentence has given me a very unique platform. One reporter asked me if there aren't legal ways to go about getting this kind of message out, and I said, well, other people might have them, but I don't. And you're talking to me now because I'm going to jail for 6 months. I also think in these weeks, in the meantime, we've had a presidential election, which, to my view, is mostly a huge distraction from the real issues that our country and the world are facing. And I think people are kind of waking up and seeing that while they weren't paying attention, some pretty evil things have been happening. This drone program is a program of extrajudicial execution. It is a brutal weapon that kills many civilians. It also is violating the law in a way far beyond what Richard Nixon did with the bombing of Cambodia. But even though that was enough to bring down a presidency in the 1970s, these decades later, a Democratic incumbent bragging about the drone program and bragging about violating the sovereignty of international borders, bragging about people being killed illegally, and the Republican challenger falling over himself, congratulating him. So we have that behind us, and I think I think the timing of my arrest and jailing, along with other things happening in the world, the timing has been impeccable. And I am content to go to jail knowing that I've made a modest contribution to getting a discussion going in this country about these drones that was not going on 3 years ago when I started.